The MVHS Spirit Commission decided to hold a school-wide dodgeball and capture the flag tournament stemming from this year's student versus staff basketball game. This event became more popular as it was named after the annual college basketball tournament March Madness. Spirit Commissioner Junior Siona Katuria says the event was created to be more inclusive for everyone.
So the rules for that are pretty easy because if you choose things like basketball or football, it gets a lot more technical, so it's a lot harder for people who don't necessarily play those sports to be involved. We wanted an event where you don't necessarily have to be athletic, it could just be you and your friends trying to join and play.
Sophomore Rocco Ling, a player in both events, was in charge of creating the lineup for the Capture the Flag game. Ling had an easier time finding gamers who would participate in Capture the Flag and used a substitute system to account for the large number of players.
So I simply just made sure I had a lineup ready and have it organized to see who's going to start and who's going to sub in. So we were all pretty organized with that. I had a lot of sign-ups, so a lot of people reached out to me asking to play, which was pretty cool.
Despite the Spirit Commissioners' attempts to make the events easily accessible for the whole school being successful, other challenges surfaced during the actual event.
We have the people that want to be gamers 5 minutes before it's about to start, and that was actually a problem we had with the senior and junior team because there was 10 seniors who came in last minute, and then it ended up raining, so we had to move it to Monday, but then we had troubles with our advisors / referee, so then it became today. So I understand how it reflects poorly just because there's no stability of the event.
The process for creating 2 large-scale events was arduous for the Spirit Commission. Being able to coordinate the events sequentially while factoring in the weather and teacher schedules made the long procedure even more difficult.
So the first part was just finding a date that would suit everyone because especially as we approach AP testing and finals and things like that, we wanted to have it way before that so people would actually show up and they wouldn't be stressed. And then once we found a date, it was more about just, as I mentioned, finding gamers that would play and show up, and also finding an advisor and getting all the equipment. So for advisor, Mr. Gann is our leadership advisor. And he's refed at the reverse game before, last semester, so he was already inclined towards advising.
The Spirit Commission was able to improvise quickly with the unexpected problems they faced during the games.
We just prioritized people that actually signed up because they showed interest first, and I guess it's more of a first come first serve kind of process. So we just let those people play, and then we tried to balance it out. We kind of set up a sub system, so it's oh, this person's getting tired, then you guys can switch out, and then that way both people get to play.
Junior Anshul Sinha participated in the March Madness dodgeball event. Sinha was both surprised by the turnout of the game and excited by the event's atmosphere in the enclosed space of the gym.
Definitely exciting in the beginning because it's just playing with all of your friends, and then towards the end it was definitely a lot more pressure since there was less people on our team and then there's a lot of people watching. So there was a lot of people just surrounding you everywhere. On the left there was a lot of people in the bleachers and screaming and supporting you, and then on your right you had your teammates as well.
Despite the upperclassmen's loss against the underclassmen, Sinha says he enjoyed the unique experiences that the game gave him. Sinha appreciated the competitive spirit that the game brought between the classes.
I think it was a really fun event. I think it's one of the first times that we did something like this in a while, a March Madness thing, and I think it's something that could become a tradition at Monte Vista too.